Today we'll be doing a detail on two of the same cars, Dodge Stratus 2005. These are daily driver vehicles, so they do get dirty, and we do live on a very dirty road, as you can tell. Middle of Kansas, it's not good. But that being said, we'll go ahead and get this started. We're gonna do soap, or we're gonna clean it first, and we're gonna do soap, and then we're just gonna dry it off and then do the interior. So sit back, relax, and we'll do a voiceover of the rest. As you can tell, this vehicle is very dirty. It's been driven in dirt roads about a mile to two a day. So as we start here, we usually go underneath the undercarriage, get all the dust, dirt, debris that's in there, and then just start working on loosening all the impediments that are stuck on the paint. Also, you may notice that I am doing this in direct sunlight. I do not enjoy doing it, but since the location and just due to how wet the grass was, I had to use the concrete and full sun. As you can see here, the car is steaming, so you want to just work as quick as possible. The outcome's not going to be that great, but just to make sure your car is staying wet.
Ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon. Once again, welcome aboard the
Some cars do come with plastic hub wheels covers, or these black, just steel wheels. Just go ahead and take them off. Make sure you not label them, but lay it out on the concrete. Left front, left back, right front, right rear. Should be able to get you by. Right here I'm using the GEEKOTO, spray it on the tire and agitate the tire.
Just going to get ready to go our different flight times today, so it's going to be 2 hours. Direction aircraft, please, right turn after departure. About cruise down to 36,000 feet.
Right here I changed to the GEEKOTO tire cleaner. Use the soft brush agitator. You want to do this a minute after you spray it. Just make sure it doesn't dry up. Right here I'm starting with the undercarriage spray machine by Ryobi. Great investment right here. If you live on any salt roads, any dirt roads, this is definitely a must. So that way you can get underneath the carriage, so that way you don't have to jack up the car to clean all the debris in. That way you stay clean and stay free from all that. Right here I'm using the GEEKOTO foam blaster. It is very fantastic and thorough. They produce like a ½ inch of foam, so you don't have to worry about is it enough foam or not. And I start with the 2 bucket technique, one warm water and one has soapy water, and I usually spray in the power washer just to build up all the suds, so that way there's more suds. That being said, I just go top to bottom. Usually start with a hood, because that's the place where you mostly see all the swirls happen. So you want to eliminate that by just starting at the top of the vehicle and work your way down. So think of your car into like 2 segments. Your top half, which is usually above the door ding trim, and then bottom half of the vehicle is usually below that. So that way all the dirt and debris usually hits the bottom half. You don't usually see that many swirls in the bottom half, but you just want to eliminate the likelihood of getting dirt and debris that did fall down from the handles and whatnot. The crucial part is getting a leaf blower, a compressed air, or some kind of air movement, so that way you can blow out all that water so you don't have to come back later with a dry microfiber towel and dry that up. So might as well do the same step, same drying step at the same time, so that way you can eliminate coming back and treating those areas. Alright, first vehicle is complete, it is in the garage, and we'll do some interior cleaning. It doesn't need that much just because I've been working on it a lot here lately. Just trying to get my detail stuff, you know, kind of narrowed down, so that way I can start on the other one. So first thing I do, I'm going to take off the hubcaps, put them over here, lay them out, back. Starting on this vehicle, you could definitely tell there's a lot of buildup of dirt and mud from this car. You can tell in the wheel wells greatly. Also, you can tell right here that there is some rust buildup. That is just due to improper treatment of the of water. You know, trying to clean the car as much as possible, but you know it can't be perfect always, as this car does have 200,000 miles. So obviously it has seen a lot of road grime and whatnot. So just eliminate that as much as possible and keep your car looking great all year round. enjoy doing with floor mats, especially if they're rubber. I'll lay them out on the sidewalk, clean them off with a power washer. I usually do use the 4-to-1 ratio on all-purpose cleaner, Meguiar's. It definitely seems to help agitate all the dirt that's within these carpet and rubber. Starting on these carpets were disgusting. There wasn't much debris as the mechanics did go ahead and vacuum, so I didn't have a lot to vacuum up, but there was a lot of buildup dust. You can see by the footwell right there. I had to agitate that twice in order to get all the dirt and debris out. Right here I am using the carpet shampooer spray and mix, and then really working the footwell to get it nice and soapy that way. This drill brush agitator, great investment by the way. That way you can agitate the carpet, get all the fibers cleaned out, because you want to make sure that those fibers are stretched and cleaned. Right here I'm using it, and I could already tell that I'm going to be doing this at least twice on this thing. You do have to be careful as the foam does attract a lot of water. So you just want to spray on a little bit, agitate it with the drill brush head, and then go ahead and use the carpet shampooer to get all the remaining stuff. So as you can tell, this drill brush does throw a lot, so you want to go ahead and do the carpets first and then work on the trim, because you see the trim more than you do to the carpet. This section I had to go over twice. Obviously you can tell the more water the more it's gonna spray, so just keep in mind that do your interior trim last, and then you can see just how much solution is coming up. Make sure you're using warm water instead of spraying more solution into this. So if you do have a bristle or if you do have a hoover, please go ahead and use warm water instead of the solution and water, so that way you can clean out these carpets without leaving that carpet smell. Picking up with the interior trim, I do like to use the Meguiar's 10-to-1 all-purpose cleaner on all the interior trim, and then I usually come back with Griot's Garage interior cleaner that is UV repellent, so that way, you know, the sun isn't baking on it and you don't get that greasy smell in the car from your trim practically melting away if you don't use a sun visor. In modern cars, you don't really have to worry about it, but in older vehicles, there is dial physical knobs that you will need to clean out. These things get used daily, obviously. So there's a lot of hand grease in there. There's a lot of just dirt buildup on there. So don't be afraid to agitate these immensely. Spraying the all-purpose cleaner on the trim, and then just come back to the garage UV repellent and make it look shiny and beautiful. That I hear from my customers all the time is, why is the vehicle so clean? because the first thing they look at is the dash. The second thing they look at whenever they are stepping in a vehicle is the seat belt holder. The little keys of keeping a vehicle clean. Right here, make sure you do the window seals so that way you can get all the dirt and debris. That way you don't have a streak whenever someone rolls down their window. Roll it about halfway down. Do both sides so you don't have to come back and do it again. And then just proceed to roll up the window, do the interior, and then do the exterior all around the vehicle. Next, I use the Meguiar's 1375, I believe, on the number, to get all this dirt and debris off the rubber connection in the doors. And it just makes it look 10 times better, so that way you're just not looking at a dirty post whenever you get into the car.
One day you wanna hold me, and you hold it against me. I've been trying to drink water, but I'm back to the liquor. 'Cause I don't know if you love what you say. I can't tell when your eyes look away. All I need is an answer. Are you in this for real, or killing time, 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 time?
And then I find best, do go ahead and use the Meguiar's steamer on the cup holders to agitate all the coffee stains and whatnot.
Okay, so we are going to degrease maybe a little bit easier way than your traditional, maybe spray out with a hose, clean it. This way you can get all the nooks and crannies without actually, exposing it to chemicals or not. This is actually going to be the safe way. You can just look at this engine bay and oh my god, is it disgusting. This vehicle has well over 200,000 miles and it's been daily driven on dust, snow. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this clean.
Steamer on this. Do move the wand a lot. Do not keep it in the same spot as it will melt your plastic. If it's on the metal, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you get all that dirt and debris off there. It's crucial right here to not stay in the same spot, as there's fuses on the other side, so you do not want to warm this up too hot. Just make sure you get enough on there to get all the dirt and debris off there.
Are you in this for real?
If you're scared of using a steamer on this part of the vehicle, don't be. Just make sure you have a microfiber towel to cover any electrical connections or spark plug holders. That way, dirt and debris don't actually get into that connection or force it into the connection. I know the steamer doesn't even put out enough steam or water to have that issue, but just make sure you're not staying on the surface long enough to make it overheat or crack. That's what we do not want in this engine bay. You want to keep moving. Make sure you're cleaning up all the water with a microfiber towel. And you may, if this is your first time doing an engine bay, you might have to throw away that microfiber towel, as it will be covered in oil and grease and debris. So if you lose one microfiber towel, oh well. Job well done by cleaning this engine bay. I know it's not perfect, but you can get a clean engine bay by doing this process. And to finish off, I do clean the windshield wipers, as it is crucial for these winter months and these spring upcoming months, is use alcohol to clean and restore these wiper blades, as they will be disgusting. And that will conclude the end of this vehicle. And to conclude this vehicle, if you have any comments, do let me know in the comment section, and all the stuff will be listed in the description if you need to know what I used.